So while I'm waiting for my air cooler delivery to come, this is a video in the middle process of the other video, of the air cooler video. I might as well talk about something else. Hello, yes, this is Gigi's Free Time here. Yeah, this is a good intro. I just want to talk about, I've already talked about this shit before on my Scottish Power update, but I thought I'd do it again. And yes, I have had a haircut for the millionth time. I did it myself, want to check that out, etc. Blah, 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 plug. Instagram, Gigi's Free Time. Anyway, I want to talk about energy companies and why I think they're assholes, right? Here it is, sunlight. Free energy from the sun. Won't last as long because eventually, millions and millions of years, it's going to perish or something. Then there's wind energy, which is hardly around, but now and again it is there. And then you have, nuclear power. Now, nuclear power, in my opinion, is absolutely disgusting. It's so bad that I actually have a nuclear detector thing, and it's always plugged in. I'll probably show a shot in a minute of it, but yeah, it's disgusting how nuclear energy exists. By a lovely power company. Now this is why I think power companies are dicks, right? They charge you 14p per kilowatt unless you're unlucky and you have one that's like 17 pence or 20 something pence or maybe more than that, I don't know. What I wanted to know was, why the fuck is kilowatt usage so fucking high when Ofgem and the National Grid said that they don't really use that much? Because the energy companies, in my opinion, are fucking a scam, if you will. Because you pay for your electric like you're a normal person, using electricity, and then you realise these fuckers are ripping me off. Because with Scottish Power I get 14.9 something pence per kilowatt. It's really crap, to be honest. My electric's nearly always off. Because the so-called debt that I owe and the so-called usage I used, even though the fact that I don't use energy during the day, as you tell, all these lights are off during the day. The only thing that's on is the landing, and now they're on timers, and it still shouldn't turn off, but it does anyway, and that's because they believe I owe them money for something that doesn't exist. Anyway, that's Scottish Power. Now, what I don't get is, Scottish Power, British Gas, everything else are really big con artists. And I explain what I'm on the tripod here. The tripod I got set up for the Arctic Air video. But yes, I think they're scams because, they're only 14 pence. Well, only. Up to probably 20 pence, maybe £1 if they'd be that scammy. But to be honest with you, we don't really owe them anything. Because wind energy is freely in the air. The light is free there. It's it's there to obviously give you sunlight and energy and let your crops grow. So why are we paying for it? I don't get why we're paying for something that's free to use in the air or free to use for the sunlight. I don't get it. Could anyone please fucking tell me why we're paying for such a high rate for it? I mean, I don't mind paying for electric. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it. But there is this big error with these power companies. And that is, I don't mind paying for the workers. That's not what I'm pissed about. What I'm pissed about is when they overcharge for something that doesn't exist. Like they moan about Iraq or something to put up their stupid price. They go on about how gas prices have to rise because of bullshit that's happened, even though we're all in the North Sea, and they try and get away with bullshit like global warming or something bullshitty like that religion. Now, in my verbal opinion, global warming is the fucking biggest myth since history. I've not seen any heat difference at all. The only heat difference is when it's a rare heat difference, like, I don't know, heat waves get a bit higher, but only because of differences, nothing to do with the fact that the planet can't handle the fact that we're using CO2 in the fucking air. It's been handling CO2 for years and years and years. It can handle it forever, for all I know. And I go on about global warming, about how it's a myth, but with volcanoes and shit going on, the Earth has put up with more than us using greenhouse gases. So what the fuck has that got to do with the Earth giving a shit about us? But a few plastic bags and me having my telly on standby. Oh, that's important to the planet for some fucking reason. It's all bullshit. These fucking people have been paid this kind of money to give you this bullshit. And the BBC and everyone else starts to spew that global warming is existing, when it's not. Anyway, back to my other argument. Now, why are energy providers being assholes? I mean, mine's 14.9 something. I think they said it was the cheapest, laughingly, because they're Scottish Power. But why do they do this? There's no need for it. Wind is free to use in the air. So technically, I should be getting free electricity, but I'm not. We've also got power in the sky from our sun, which provides a lot of electric. All right, maybe not in the UK. Don't base the fucking panels in the UK. Base them somewhere like in deserts and places that do get a lot of light, and then you get 1% rain, like Las Vegas, maybe, and then direct the power source all the way down here. Not a problem. They probably do that anyway. But again, why are we paying so much for it? It's just wires and a bit of electricity. Why are we paying so much money for it? 14 pence, 19 pence. These people are dicks. Real big dicks. It should be hardly 4 pence per kilowatt these days, because we care about the planet so much that we have these wind farms that actually are not that fucking great. They actually do kill birds, but that's birds being retards, I guess, near a wind turbine. Anyway, and then we got the so-called light source crap. I just don't understand why these energy providers have to be so fucking retarded and put up the price like this. If anyone can explain, that would be nice, but again, it's just bullshit. What they say is bullshit. And for anyone that's going to probably suck the cocks of Scottish Power, EDF Energy, whatever, that have to fucking raise up the prices, I'm sorry, but you have no brains if you do that. You have to stick up for a company, suck their hairy knobs just to explain themselves. And that's not how I like to know things. I like to know things through truth, not through bullshit through a script. Now, I spoke to someone on the phone and they said, oh, well, you have to pay for the workers. I said I wasn't fucking worrying about the workers. I'm saying that there's free energy and it should be somewhat free, because all you're paying for is the worker, really, not your fucking real usage anymore, because it is out of the sky, it's out of the wind. So it doesn't explain why it's so high. 4p per kilowatt then could pay the man. Maybe it'll go down a little bit, but again, these workers don't do much maintenance, from what I understand. I've never seen someone repair a wind turbine around Lincolnshire, or very often or at all. And I've never seen anyone do any real maintenance on anything else. And they also use these nuclear energy, obviously they use as well, which they should get rid of anyway. They hardly do any maintenance. And to be honest with you, with the way Chernobyl went, they went really greedy. And decided to do some bullshit to it. Cutbacks probably. Anyway, I don't know how that went. I'm not fully understood. I'm not going to watch the documentaries all the way through again. I find them a little bit weird that there's some differences. Anyway, off topic again. Yeah, so, well, no, I'm not off topic. Anyway, there's plenty of sunlight. I've managed to charge up power banks. You can manage to charge up big ass generators and things with solar panels. So when there is light available, it works pretty well. And if you don't base them in the UK like a retard and put it in a good place where it's always sunny like a marigold and all that crap, it will only be like 4 pence if you think about it, because they really, I think the grid is actually cheaper than you think. Maybe it's 8p per kilowatt, and they're just overcharging for their own wages. That's probably how they're doing it. But to me, that's bullshit. I think you should actually pay for what you use, not fucking what they believe you use and what they believe in their stupid minds what you owe them. Because, to be honest, all they're doing is paying for their lousy company on top. So maybe 5p per kilowatt, if it has to go to that sort of length. But it doesn't. It has to be overcharged to 14, to 18, to 20. When's it going to end with these power companies? When they're going to keep lying to us about global warming, this and that, whatever. All claims, EU probably soon, that they can't really prove. Anyway, I really believe that energy can be free, or even better, really cheap, at least. If you're going on the grid, 4p per kilowatt, in my eye. And for others that go off grid, good for them. They're beating the system. I would love to beat the system myself and just go off it completely and just fuck Scottish Power fucking arse. But unfortunately you can't. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. What do you think? Let me know. Cheer out.